Sir Alex Ferguson's 2008 Manchester United team will forever be remembered as one of the most dominant sides in football history. That season, Ferguson masterfully led United to an emphatic Premier League and Champions League double. The team's relentless drive, highlighted by a solid defense and a deadly attack led by the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Carlos Tevez and Wayne Rooney, made them a force to be reckoned with, cementing Ferguson's legacy as one of the greatest managers of all time. Here is how you can recreate the 2008 Manchester United tactics. The 2007-2008 Manchester United side mainly played in two formations, the 4-4-2 system as well as the 4-3-3. The likes of Sir Alex Ferguson opted mainly for the 4-4-2 system during the Premier League games in order to try and dominate the opposition with a front four lineup, having the likes of Giggs and Ronaldo attack from the wings and Carlos Tevez as well as Rooney attack from those central zones. Whereas in Europe, the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson opted for a slight tweak and change to a system and lineup, having likes of Ryan Giggs tuck inside and help formulate a solid midfield three and allowing for the attacking trident of Tevez, Rooney and Ronaldo to really run riots in the European games. These two systems allowed for Sir Alex Ferguson's Manchester United side to dominate both the Premier League as well as the Champions League that season. The 4-4-2 team tactics will have a build-up style set to counter. The 08 Manchester United side are well renowned for their lightning-quick, fast-paced counter-attacks. You would see the likes of Manchester United pressing high up the field and looking to win the ball back before launching a swift transition attack, or potentially winning the ball back in their own half, having the ball played into a Scholes or a Carrick or maybe even a Rio Ferdinand, and then have them launch those longer passes in behind the opposition's backline and into the possession of one of the attacking front four. The defensive approach for Sir Alex Ferguson's side will be set to balance with the line height being set to 60, as he would often look to implement a mid-block approach, either looking to sit quite deep at times, soak up the pressure and hit the opposition on the break, or potentially creeping higher up the field and looking to initiate an aggressive high-pressing structure. Either way, the United backline from that season was one of the key fundamental aspects to Manchester United going on and winning both the Premier League as well as the Champions League. Now, of course, with this build-up style initiated, you will still be able to play those short passes between the lines and into your midfield zones and have them distribute the ball further up the pitch, but it's mainly to try and get those runners in behind. Quite often you would see the likes of Ronaldo going on a marauding run further forward and having the likes of a Scholes or a Carrick find that pass in between the lines and into his possession. The same can be said for Rooney or Tevez, and you do want to try and find those through passes into your attackers in order to try and expose the opposition. Onto the individual player roles, and we'll start off at the back with the goalkeeper, who at the time was Edwin van der Sar, and he'll be set to the role of goalkeeper with the focus being set to defend. Van der Sar was an excellent one-on-one shot stopper and would often look to stay on his line and make sure that he was trying to protect his goal as best as possible. He could at times play out from the back, and he would mainly look for the pass into the likes of Rio Ferdinand, who would then look to progress the ball further forward. The two centre-backs at the time was the likes of Nemanja Vidic on the left-hand side and Rio Ferdinand on the right. Now, Rio Ferdinand was a bit more of the ball-dominant, ball-playing centre-back, very much ahead of the times during the 2008 season, but he would often look to collect the ball in those deeper spaces and ping those longer balls in behind the opposition's backline, or just looking to collect the ball and then switch the play out wide. You would see the likes of Ferdinand playing those line-breaking passes into the likes of a Carrick or a Scholes in the midfield zones, as well as being able to have the recovery pace in order to play that nice high line at times in order to initiate that Manchester United high press. The likes of Vidic was seen as the stopper of the team, and he would be the more physical centre-back of the two, looking to engage with the opposition attackers and win the ball back very aggressively. The two fullbacks had a lot of attacking freedom when going forward. The likes of Wes Brown did break forward at times and would combine frequently with either a Rooney or a Ronaldo down the right-hand flank, looking to overlap them at times and supply crosses and cutbacks into the box. But at times you would also see him maintain his defensive presence quite a bit in his own half, not looking to venture too far up the pitch. Whereas the likes of Patrice Evra on that left-hand side would be set to the role of wing-back, with the focus being set to balance, as he would often look to break forward and overlap the likes of Ryan Giggs or whoever was deployed in that left-hand space, and look to supply crosses and cutback opportunities into the box for the several attackers in and around those zones. So yes, Evra was seen as a bit more of the attacking fullback of the two, but both were allowed the freedom to break forward. The midfield pivot consisting of the likes of Michael Carrick in the holding role, as well as the likes of Paul Scholes as his midfield partner. Paul Scholes would have the role of playmaker, with the focus being set to roaming. He would be allowed to get forward and attack from the edge of the box, or just supply those quick through ball passes into the four attackers. You would often see a great combination play between the likes of Michael Carrick and Paul Scholes, with Carrick collecting the ball and then laying it off into the likes of Paul Scholes before he would ping a ball out wide or further forward into the attacking front line. Now for the position of Michael Carrick, he'd be set to the role of holding, with the focus being set to defend, as he would often look to screen just in front of the back line, looking to collect the ball, break up the attacking play from the opposition, and then also be able to ping those longer passes in behind the opposition's back line. Both of the United central midfielders were quite capable of receiving passes in that first phase of the ball to play before launching a longer ball in behind, or potentially just finding a quick pass into one of the players in and around them. The left midfielder in Ryan Giggs, or it could have been Park Ji-sung in certain moments, will be set to the role of wide playmaker, with the focus being set to attack. The left midfielder would often hug the touchline and supply crossing opportunities into the box for the three attacking players in and around those zones. Giggs would often look to stay out wide, supplying a bit more central space for the likes of Rooney, Carrick and Scholes when they would drop into those central areas of the field, and he would often look to try and stretch the play from that left-hand channel. Whereas your right midfielder would be the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, and he'd be set to the role of inside forward, with the focus being set to attack. Quite often we would see Ferguson allow the likes of Ronaldo to stay further forward and be the main focal point in the attacking outlet of the side, looking to break him behind and not really focus on the defensive phases of play. This means that your right midfielder will often look to cut inside and take on the opposition player before firing off a shot of his own, or maybe potentially creating an opportunity for one of the players in and around him. Up front, you would have the partnership of Carlos Tevez as well as Wayne Rooney. Now for the role of Rooney, he would often look to drop quite deep, get into those midfield zones, and help link the play between the deeper lying midfield players and the rest of the attacking outlets. So for the left striker, you want him to be set to the role of false nine, with the focus being set to build up play. This will see the likes of Rooney dropping into those deeper midfield zones, but also being able to drift out wide and combine frequently with the left midfielder, as well as setting up and creating chances for the other strikers. Now the likes of Carlos Tevez deployed as that right striker could also be deployed as a false nine. Both him and Rooney had incredible work rates and could also drop into the midfield zones and interchange with the central areas of the pitch. Now you will see the likes of Carlos Tevez in this 4-4-2 system. He'll be set to advance forward, with the focus being set to complete. You do want a forward that can break in behind, hold up the play, drift out wide, and interchange with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo down that right hand side. So when in possession of the ball, this is more or less the shape and structure that you will see on a consistent basis. More or less a front three consisting of Ronaldo, Tevez and Rooney looking to lead the way with the attacking outlets of the side, and quite often you would see multiple transition attacking moments occur specifically just with those front three players. Just in behind them will be the likes of your left midfielder in Ryan Giggs, looking to supply crossing opportunities from that wider left space, and also interchanging frequently with the likes of Patrice Evra down the left-hand side, who would also be looking to supply attacking opportunities into the box himself. Whereas your midfield two and Michael Carrick and Paul Scholes will have slightly different roles, but they will still look to maintain the central areas of the pitch. The likes of Paul Scholes would be allowed to venture further forward, looking to attack when needed or required on the edge of the box, looking to pop off shots, or maybe just looking to rotate the play. Whereas the likes of Michael Carrick can do the same, but would also look to stay back a bit more, and like I mentioned earlier, screen the backline and make sure that he's protecting them as best as possible. The right back in West Brown would be allowed to venture further forward, and quite often you do see him overlapping the right midfielder and of course the right striker, looking to supply attacking opportunities from that right hand space. And then of course you've got your two central defenders who are very adequate in defending the wide spaces, whilst also looking to engage with the opposition attackers, win the ball back, and then restore possession back into Manchester United's favour. The 4-3-3 team tactics will be identical to the previous 4-4-2 team tactics, as Manchester United's style of play didn't really change when switching between a 4-4-2 as well as a 4-3-3. You would still see the likes of Manchester United launching those quick transition attacks, looking to exploit and expose the opposition on the break. And the same can be said for the defensive approach, with it being set to balance and the line heights being set to 60. Now, of course, there will be several structural changes to the formation, and for the player roles, we'll start off at the base of the midfield with the likes of Michael Carrick, who is now allowed to tuck in between the likes of Vidic and Ferdinand, so his role will be set to centre half, with the focus being set to defend. Now this will allow the likes of Michael Carrick's position to drop between the defenders, collect the ball in those deeper zones, and alongside the likes of Rio Ferdinand, potentially launch those longer balls in behind to be the catalyst for the transition attacks. This position would see the likes of Michael Carrick act as the single pivot for this Manchester United side, and allowed a lot more attacking impetus to occur higher up the pitch. So you would see the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson either invert the likes of Ryan Giggs, Park Ji-sung or Owen Hargreaves into the midfield zones in order to get a bit more playmaking abilities from those central areas of the field. This meant that the likes of your left midfielder would look to invert into the central zones and almost act as a number 10, looking to be a playmaker with the focus being set to attack. Quite often you would see the likes of Ryan Giggs in those central areas looking to dictate the pace of play alongside the likes of Paul Scholes, who would be set to the role of holding with the focus being set to defend. This would still see the likes of Scholes dropping deep at times, and you would see a double pivot at brief moments formulate alongside the likes of Carrick and Scholes in the midfield zones, whilst looking to assist with that first phase of the build-up play. Of course, Scholes was very capable of being able to drop deep, collect the ball, and then switch that play into a wide attacker or potentially up front into one of the forwards. The two wider attackers in Wayne Rooney as well as the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo would be set to the role of inside forward, with the focus being set to attack. The likes of Rooney and Ronaldo would look to penetrate the opposition from those wider areas of the field, looking to make inverted runs into the central zones, whilst looking to combine frequently with the likes of Carlos Tevez. This also meant that the likes of Rooney and Ronaldo would be able to be sufficient playmakers from those wider zones, looking to combine with the bombing on fullbacks as well as the attackers in and around them. So when in possession of the ball, this is the structure that this United side would often look to take up, often looking to interchange very fluidly in that frontline region. So you would see the likes of Tevez out wide on the right-hand side with Rooney centrally, as well as Ronaldo on the left, and 5 minutes later you could see the likes of Ronaldo up front with Rooney on the right and Tevez on the left. It was very fluid, and the role of inside forward with the striker being set to advance forward would see a good interchange and a nice fluidity be displayed in FC25. Your left fullback would still look to venture higher up the field, looking to combine frequently with the likes of Rooney as well as Ryan Giggs in that left-hand space, looking to be a bit more of the attacking player of the two fullbacks. Whereas the likes of Ryan Giggs would be set to the role of playmaker, and of course the focus being set to attack, and this will see him playing slightly higher up the field compared to his other two midfield counterparts. Whereas the likes of Scholes would look to maintain that central area of the midfield zones, looking to play as a traditional number 8, collecting the ball between the lines and looking to play in between the two boxes, often making sure that the Manchester United midfield and the attack was ticking over. As I've already mentioned, but with the right back, Wes Brown would look to venture further forward and add to the attacking outlet down that right hand side, but he would look to hang back a fair amount, looking to defend his backline area a bit more. Of course, this would see the likes of Carrick dropping into the backline regions, collecting the ball from those deeper spaces and then playing those passes further forward, helping establish a successful offensive platform for your midfield and your attack to build up off of. And there we go, people. The first Throwback Thursday for FC25, Manchester United's 2008 Champions League and Premier League winning tactics under the mighty Sir Alex Ferguson. I do hope you have enjoyed the video, and if you don't mind smashing the like button whilst also subscribing if you are new to the channel and you like the content, that would be much appreciated by yours truly. We are on the road to 15,000 subs, so if you would like to be a part of that journey, smash that like and subscription button, as well as if you are interested as well in talking about real football and FC25 and all that good stuff, the link to the Discord will be down below in the description. It is free. Go ahead, click on it, join in with the conversations and the crazy chats that we have on Discord. It's fantastic, it's great. But right now we are going to hop on into some gameplay where we will discuss these tactics in further detail. Okay, people, so Alex Ferguson's Manchester United versus Liverpool, it promises to be an absolute banger of a game. Look at that, the right back, he's made a great overlapping run. The striker's in the box, centrally. We've got Wes Brown looking to overlap Ronaldo. Ronaldo's played a beautiful ball to the right back, who's looking to launch it centrally, and he's there for the tap-in, and now it had to be Carlos Tevez. That is the Carlos Tevez position. I will be referring to these players in the 08 player names. It's not about the possession stats, it's about winning the goddamn game. Looking to defend, and it's a great save from the goalkeeper. Wow, oh wow. Ball into the box yet again, and that's offside. That is offside. Hold that! Finds a central ball into the box. Ball played in over the top from Rooney into the right midfielder in Ronaldo. Cuts it back perfectly onto his weak foot. The defender's been drawn out. It's the right midfielder, Ronaldo! We have to zoom. We have to zoom. That's simply sensational. We are absolutely putting Liverpool to the sword. The quick breaks, the quick transitions, the quick interchange and play. Now we're looking to press. We're looking to press. We're looking to press. Close down the space, close down the angles, and we should be able to win back the ball. Simply outstanding. Good ball. Good ball. Oh my God, ref. Ball for the pen or something. What the hell? We are absolutely against it right now. Oh my God, what a great block yet again. And now Carrick can look to launch the left midfielder in behind, and it is a goddamn 4 on who knows how much break, and we've botched that up against the left back. He's done a good job there. Quick return pass, and Salah scores for Liverpool. So at the break, we've got around 53% possession. We haven't really looked to dominate proceedings. The likes of Scholes and Carrick in the midfield zones, they're doing a very good job at switching the play and rotating the ball in those central areas of the pitch. But the main aim of the game for this United side, especially for the attackers, is to break in behind, have those quick interchanging passes, look to confuse the opposition with the fluidity. Now, we haven't really seen that much fluidity with that front four, but I'm hoping in the second half, when we will be switching to that 4-3-3 system, you will see a bit more between the likes of Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez. Now, the ball recoveries is 12 in our favor to 11 for Liverpool. 3 shots each, 1 goal for them, 2 goals for us, and expected goals of 0.6 for Liverpool and a 1.3 expected goals for Manchester United. 64 passes to 41, so we have been able to distribute the ball a fair amount, especially when playing out from the back, having likes of Ferdinand, Carrick, and even Scholes get on the ball in those deeper areas and then ping those longer passes out wide or in behind. Tackles 2 each, and then the saves, 1 big save from the goalkeeper. So as you can see here, the possession is quite sporadic, but mainly in that final third area. Having that front four collect the ball, interchange passes, interchange positions at times, and look to really keep the pressure on the opposition's backline. That is the main aim of the game. For them, they've had a lot of success literally just in front of our box, but we've mainly been able to flood them into those wider zones, looking for them to play down the flanks and try and bypass that aggressive, midfield area. The 4-3-3 system, having Carrick drop between the 2 central defenders and have him be the very good deep-lying playmaker that he was well associated with being. Early doors, that's a great save. Get up, goalkeeper. Get up, goalkeeper. That's what I'm talking about. Great save. Great pass from Scholes. He's found a beautiful ball to Ronaldo, who's looking to cross the ball across the face of goal. Oh, my days. That could have been sublime. He's found a great pass into Scholes. Scholes finds a good pass into Ronaldo. Beats his man, squares it, and it's an easy tap-in for Paul Scholes, who made that attacking run from the edge of the box centrally. He saw the space. He saw the opportunity. He took it with both hands, and that's a great assist from the right winger. It's a great goal for the central midfielder, Ferdinand. Pass gets intercepted there. It was a telegraph pass, and Ferdinand gives the ball away. 3-2. This is turning out to be a classic. Fullback, he's got so much space here. Running centrally into the central area. Oh my days, it's dealt with. Oh no, I played it incorrectly there. I played it incorrectly, but somehow, some way, we've blocked it away, and we're causing Liverpool mayhem here. We're causing Liverpool destruction. Oh my god, that was... Calm. And that's a foul by Liverpool, and that could just be the end of the game. Get away from me. Get away from me, man. And that will be the game. A classic. A 3-2 win for Man United. The 4-4-2 in the first half, the 4-3-3 in the second. I do like the 4-3-3 with Carrick dropping deep in between the centre-backs. So the full-time stats read that we had around 56% possession. So the second half stats definitely did elevate with the 4-3-3 system. And I do think that it has to do with the likes of Michael Carrick dropping deep and into the backline, allowing for a bit more technical capabilities to really take over the game and allow us to really control and dominate proceedings. Now, we had around 2.3 expected goals compared to Liverpool's 1.5. They had 7 shots. They weren't very good shots, as you can see by their expected goals, compared to our 4. So we should have probably done a bit better with our attacking sequences, but we had around 123 passes compared to their 91. The tackling, though, we were very much involved in the passing lanes, breaking up the play, winning the ball back, being very physical and dominant towards Liverpool, especially in that second half. And of course, the tackles won. We had 4, they had 2 interceptions, 14-8. So they were a bit more proactive in between the passing lanes, but it is what it is. And our goalkeeper made 3 fantastic saves. Anyways, you guys will have to let me know down below in the comment section what your thoughts and opinions are of the first Throwback Thursday and Manchester United's 08 tactics under the likes of Sir Alex Ferguson. Until the next time, until the next one, I hope you have a smashing goddamn day. Smash that like button down below, and I'll see you guys soon enough. I'm out of here. Peace.